personality and flair to it, especially if I'm going to be restreaming as much as I think I am in the next few weeks. Let's see, both players are ready on the correct seed. It's time to start both of these players' bracket for number 26 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Good luck, fellas. Good luck to Superstep and Liliana here. 18 all the way is the level select. Superstep saying that he's going to be able to play Toast in the next division, possibly. I hope we see that. I hope that would be an interesting fight, to be sure. Toast, the DAS player, I believe. We're not talking about Toast here. This is about these two players who ended up qualifying. Of course, Toast did too, but he's not playing right now. Liliana is a DAS player out of the Czech Republic, I believe. Qualified into this bracket with a... Come on, where are you? With a 682,000 average of 2, setting her PB in the process at 859,000. Very impressive. In some trouble here, halfway up the board, looking for an L. That L is perfect. Looks like it's choosing to almost set up here. Misshift to that square on the left. Gets fixed out by that L, and Liliana's going to be safe here after that nice triple. Superstep, a hyper tapper, also out of the United States, qualified in with a 343,000 average of 2. I believe he said this was one of his worst quals he's ever done, so is the heavy underdog here by seeding against Liliana. But we've seen stranger things happen in this tournament series, and indeed Liliana has a much worse board state than Superstep does here. In theory, is also at a disadvantage due to being a DAS player, given Superstep is a tapper. Trying to burn this down here. The bar comes just a piece too late, and the pieces were not helping there either. Liliana is burning this down. Superstep is loading and also trying to burn his own stream down. Dangerous boards for both players here. Neither seems to be able to get clean very well. And Superstep undershifts that T there and tops out at 159,000. So Liliana, you've got to chase down. The score you need is 160. 160,000 points. Superstep is both throwing and offline. I hope that wasn't a rage quit. I've never seen Superstep rage quit before. Could just be a stream. Just bad timing. Once again, Liliana, your chase down is 160. 160 the chase down. There we are. He's back. No, that's fine. It's fine. I'm glad you're alright. Liliana now less than a Tetris away here. Not taking any chances with this board, even though it's 18 speeds. Never mind, forget I said anything. Liliana is set up here in column 3. Pieces not the most accommodating. Trying to set up here. That was a bad rotation of that L piece. Had the well open, now less than 5,000 points away, but this board is going the wrong direction right now. Liliana hangs that J piece. I'm not sure what's going to be able to burn here, and Liliana tops out at 157. I have no idea what happened there. The bar was not coming at the right time. And Superstep will take game number 1. Goodness. Sorry if I startled you, Liliana. Let me give both players a refresh here. What happened is I played extremely poorly. You know, sometimes that just happens. Every time I've gone to a decider lately, I either play really well or I throw. When I say throw, I mean top out at pretty much the exact same score that you guys did, only my opponent was scoring much better than me. Anyway. Your next seed will be 8-7, as we increment the first two. Do you guys think the music is at a good volume right now? Should it be louder, softer? On my OBS it says that it's a lot softer than my voice is, which is what I'm aiming for. Toast saying his controller died right as his game started against Snowy. Oh, that's tragic. Let's see. Seeds look the same. Good luck to both players in game number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I'm not a player, but the music is at a good level for the comms. I'm glad. That's a good thing. I have the feeling that if I play... Because right now I'm playing more EDM type music. If I try to play something like classical, I might have to adjust the volume. Adjust how it is mixed. Superstep trying to avoid any kind of dependency here. These squares are not helping for his board though. Both players starting out a bit uncomfortably here. Superstep has to hang that J. Unlike Matthews, you're never going to hear any kind of advertisements, given that I stream from YouTube and use ad blocker. Hopefully this will not trigger the VOD system, given I'm trying to use the system that Owenvar uses, where the music does not come through in the VOD. We'll know very quickly whether it worked or not. I've never had any of my streams copyrighted for music before, but first time for everything, maybe. Anyway, Liliana now at 61,000, Superstep at 82,000. I suppose I ought to give some context as to these players and their relative skill levels. Liliana's been playing the game just about as long as I have, I think, so I started playing early 2024. Superstep has been started a little bit after that, I believe. Not a very nice J piece there for Superstep. Superstep in some trouble here. Tries to get that J around. Boy, his J luck has been kind of trash today, I'm not gonna lie. Can't get that bar over, and I don't think anything's going to be able to burn enough to access that left side. And Superstep is going to top out here at 94,000. So, tying up the set is Liliana, now 1-1. GG's. Certainly one of the Mullen paces of all time. Lily started playing in September last year? Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I'd started playing before, but hadn't quite interacted with the community, and that's when Liliana, I guess, first stood out to me. Anyway, good to see you, Airy Lioness. Good to see you in chat here. Yeah, let's call that one an intentional top, Liliana, I believe it. Where are the points here? I'm just embarrassing myself today, says Superstep. Well, cheer up, mate. You've got at least 2 more games to play. And even if you lose those 2, you have an entire another set in losers, in the losers bracket, to try and redeem yourself. I see these scores on your leaderboard. I know what you're capable of. Yeah, just as Toast says, the only way you can reverse sweep is by going down 0-2 to start, you know? Looks as if Superstep has the correct seed, 9-8. Yeah, it's 1-1, Toast. Sorry I went along with that, but Superstep did take the first game after a quite tragic missed chase down from Liliana. Seeds are the same. We are go for game number 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. In the words of Evan J, what was once a best of 5 is now a best of 5 where both players have taken one game. He pulled that one at the Classic Tetris North Carolina Regional. Looks like Superstep is tapping pretty well here. I don't believe I've seen him tap quite this quickly before. May have been able to improve the amount of hurts that he gets. You can't win a decider if you don't concede at least one game. Classic Vandy line? Alright. Well, Evan J is who I know it from, so that's pretty neat, I suppose. Superstep had some trouble with that Z piece. Gonna have to try and get at these 2 holes. Has burned one of them. If we get to a decider, I might pull a classic Owen Var move and play Megalovania. Maybe that would burn my copyright. I don't know. Superstep with a T-spin dependency here, choosing to not go through with it. These pieces have been completely messing up Superstep this entire set so far. And Superstep can't get that L over. He's gonna top out again at 46,000. Goodness. And Liliana, you have taken game number 3. Well, an option that you have, Superstep, is to choose another level start, so you can try and get your stacking and your piece movement back in order. Gallivanting around and pretending I know how to play the game. Yeah, I feel that one. That one's happened to me more than a time or two. Liliana, you have taken game number 3, so feel free to top out anytime you like. Just make it obvious to RXS that it's an intentional top, you know? That guy is ruthless with what he marks as intentional or not. Liliana needs something to the left side. That square's not going to help at all. And 164 will be the top out for Liliana, but it is more than enough. Both players have been suffering greatly this set. The winner of this to play JoJo too. So, not an easy opponent to try and come up against. Literally none of these were intentional. RXS, you heard nothing. They were all intentional. Don't touch her FMS. It's good as is. Trust. Superstep, you have choice of level select given that you've been the loser of the last game. If you still want 18, then keep hovering. If you want a different level select, please say so in chat. Let me see. Seeds look good. Players are ready. I'm assuming 18 once more. Good luck to both of these players. Game 4 in 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Here's hoping for a game where we can get to transition, perhaps. Superstep looking to right the ship here. Liliana looking to just hang on for dear life, but these... all of these blue pieces coming down. So many blue pieces, but especially S pieces. Holy cannoli. It's as if the game was like, you wanted a game to try and rest up, reform your game, not mess everything up? Nuh-uh. We're not doing that here. You can have all sorts of weird things, but nothing that you can work with. Good golly. Liliana able to score a Tetris there. Superstep once again in a high dig. Looking for the LJ. Gets that bar. Let me check Superstep's. Nope. It just seems that Superstep is streaming without something in the face camera spot. So Liliana with the face cam, of course, but Superstep choosing to go incognito for this one. Looks like Superstep's been able to dig this out pretty well. Liliana in some trouble here. That bar does get to the left, as does that T. Excuse me. It's a nice Chick-fil-A earlier today. I had to wait for the thing to start actually serving lunch. I got there a little bit too early. I got there maybe 10:20 or so, and they start serving breakfast. They start serving lunch at 10:30, so I had to sit around. Liliana wiping away the stress and worry there. Able to get this cleaned up, and now Tetrising to 138. Superstep is well clean. Working with all of this. Up to 104. Liliana in the lead, has the Vits set up. With pieces such as these, there it is. There's the Vits for Liliana. Now just needs another bar to score the actual Tetris. Aggressive placement of that L piece with the 3 bars next. 3 bars for Liliana. And maintains a lead here of about 2 Tetrises. Superstep just looking to survive here. I believe this is the furthest either player has gone towards transition thus far in this set. Both players clinging to life here. Superstep at 143, Liliana at 236. Still attempting to score Tetrises, and there's one for Liliana. 2 bars for Superstep, but is not able to use either of them. Superstep was looking for a more complete game, a better game to try and take it to Liliana. Well, here you are. And with no time to lose, Superstep has no games left to lose if he wants to move on in the winner's bracket. Superstep's board is sort of pointing the wrong way here. Able to get these pieces left and right to keep the middle open for the right pieces, and Superstep scores that Tetris. Some very nice, I'm not going to say digging. It wasn't exactly throwing for pieces either, but he got the right pieces at long last. Just needs to clear away. That double's going to reopen the well. And Superstep gets the bar and goes up to 262. Liliana with another Vits here. Just swagging on him. It's one thing to win a game, it's another thing to win a game in style, and Liliana is attempting to do so. Will it backfire is the question. It has not thus far. Liliana at 425, Superstep at 268. I can't say that word myself, Toast, but I'm agreeing with you there. Superstep able to bring it back to now at 314 at 114 lines. It seems these pieces have been much easier to work with in this back half of this game. Liliana in somewhat of trouble here. Transition coming up in 2 lines now for Liliana. Gonna have to transition dirty. Sort all of this out on 19 speed. Sets up the bar dependency. Going dirty for a Tetris. Is it going to pay off? And it does. Liliana Tetris in at 481, but immediately misshifts that J. I'm not sure this is survivable for Liliana. This is extremely high with DAS, and that T does not get over. Liliana will top out at 485. So Superstep, your chase down is 486. 486 the chase down for Superstep. Misshift of a couple of pieces there. That's not going to burn anything. And Superstep will top out here at 383. And Liliana will take the set 3-1. Congratulations to Liliana and commiserations to Superstep. Liliana said, I knew I'd top out right after transition. I might as well set up for a last Tetris. Just treat it like the kill screen, right? It's like setting up on 28. Wherever you are, if you only have a line or 2 left, you just set up for the Tetris and see if you can get it. Yeah. I don't think you're a bad player, Superstep. I just think you need a little more experience. You need perhaps a little bit better of a stacking foundation, but once you do that, you've got enough speeds to get pretty far. Congratulations again to Liliana. I am going to... Let's see, is there anybody online right now? I really do have to go pretty quickly, unfortunately. I didn't know how badly I would be squeezed for this restream. Let's see, what is in the Tetris category right now? Oh, it looks like Stolen Short Sword has taken a restream. It's the one that I could not. Yes, you're very welcome. Thank you guys for playing in my tournament. I wish I could restream these more, but it's getting so busy here. We're going to raid Stolen Short Sword. I don't want to know what time it is for him. Thank you all for coming out. Hope you all have a nice rest of your day, and say hi to Stolen for me.